let's look at how to draw this particular drawing. So this is sort of like a past paper where it actually talks about the assembly drawing that we're doing tonight, or should I say today. So it says here, figure 1, which I'm going to show you now, shows the primary views of the component of a pulley assembly. And then below here, there is a list of parts that are given. So we have number 1, a shaft support, it's one of them. We have number 2, it's a pulley, one of them. We have number 3, it's a shaft, one of them. So we have a shaft support, and we also have a shaft. And then we have a bush, one of them. We have a pin, one of them. We have a washer, one of them. And then we also have an M20 hexagonal nut. Now from this, they say to us, question 1.1 says, draw an assembly drawing to scale of 1:1, a full sectional front view of the assembly. Check the mark allocation. Can you see that it's 28 marks? So it's going to take some time. And then they also tell you to insert a suitable title and scale centrally below the assembly. All right. So what we're going to do is, this is the figure that they've given us. If you look at my screen right here, they have given you different parts, right? There is number 1, and there is number 2, there is number 3, then there is number 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we have to assemble all these parts together. Right, we have to assemble them all together. So what is important is we always need to start with item number 1. So if we look at number 1 right here, right, they've given us the front view and the top view. What we need to do is we must always use the front view, because the question says draw the front view, fully sectional front view. So we're only going to focus on the front view on item number 1. If we look at item number 2, we're also going to focus on front view. If you look at item number 3, they only gave us one view. Automatically, it's the front view. If you look at item number 4, it's going to fall within item number 3. If you look at item number 3 and 4, this actually falls within there somewhere, okay? And then 1, 2, and 3, if you look at the diameters. So what we need to do is the dimensions are the ones that are going to show us actually how the drawings are going to be. So already I see item 1, item 3, and item 4 together. Then we look at item number 5. Item number 5, they only gave us one view, which automatically says it's the front view. If we look at item number 6, I see a washer there. That means we're only going to apply front view. And then item number 7, which is your what is this? Your nut. Okay, so we're going to combine all together. Now let me show you how to draw this. So the first thing that we're going to be looking at, our baseline. So let's start off with our baseline. Okay, remember we're starting off with item number 1. Now, item number 1, the baseline, they are saying it's 110. So let's measure 100. 110 is going to be somewhere there. This is 110, and then the height is 15. So Somar, let's measure 15. Okay, I'm using construction lines here. All right, and then they are saying I must measure 40 mil from the side. Okay, and then that's where this line starts. And then I'm going to measure 10 mil. So I'm just using my front view of item number 1. Okay, what else are they saying? They're saying the total height is 115 till the center. 115 till the center right there. And then from here, the center, they talk about, from here, they talk about a 20. So that's basically where this part is going to start at. And then we have to measure 50. Okay. And then the diameter. Oh, what I did not do, I didn't take it down, so let me just take it down. Because this is the center, right? So that means the diameter there is a 60, meaning it's 30, 30, 30, and 30. Okay, and then they talk about an inside of a 40. So if I have a 40, it means it's going to be 20, 20. Okay, and then I'm going to darken everything now. And then it looks like we're going to join these two together from here to here. Okay, so now let me darken the item 1. Okay, so outlines. Okay, so I just did the outline, right, of item number 1, right? And then if I look at back to the given view, it looks like we are going to go to item number 4. So we started with item number 1. Then now we're going to item number 4. Item number 4 already is included. So let's see, let's add the 40 is there. Let's add the 30 and the 20 this side. Okay. Let's add the 20. So if it's a 20, it means from there to there. Okay, it's a 20. Where's the 40? Yeah, the 40 is there. And then from the center here, we are going to get also a 15. 15. Where's my 15? It's there. So I have a 10 there and I have a 30 there. So then I'm just going to join the two together, which is just construction line. Because they were talking dotted lines, but I'm just going to use construction lines for now. Right. So just by looking at it, we are done with item number 4 as well. Then what are we going to do? Look at item number 4. With item number 4, we can see that we can correspond. So let's look at item number 3. So we're joining item number 3. So we're going to start off at the end here. Why? Because look at the 50. So the 50, the way it is, it's here. Okay. So let's add the end part. So it looks like the height is it a 50? So let's get a 50. So 25 to there, and a 50 is there. Okay, talk about a height of 50, and they also talk about a width of 10. Okay. Okay. Then I see a shaft which is 30. So I can just do this. So they did not tell us how big the shaft should be. Doesn't really matter. So now that's when now your stencil is going to They are saying is a 13, eh? Saying it's a 13. So what I'm going to do is, what's half of 30? It's 15. So it has to be from there to there, from there to there. So I'm going to use a 15. Where is a 15? 15, it's right here. So I'm just going to do this. So they didn't tell us how big, so it doesn't really matter how big. So I did this. And then I made sure that I'm going to cover this side. Oopsie. Okay. So 15, 16, either or, doesn't really matter. As long as it closes. As long as it closes, did you see what I did? I used my stencil. So I looked at my shaft and I looked at the distance in between. It's a 15 and 15. So from there to there is 30. And then I just used the circle where it's a 16. Okay, just to get this part. Just that. Because they don't tell us from there to there. They don't give us a dimension. So you can use any dimensions. It really does not matter. Right? So then let's complete. So we did this part, we did this part. The inside was already included. And then we have a 30 continuing. Is it a 30 or 20 continuing? It's a 20 continuing. So we measured. The 50 is there. Now let's measure a 30. So this is a 50. So now let's measure a 30. We're measuring a 30 there. And then there's another 50. Okay. So there's another 50. So it's there and it is here. Now in between this 30, there is a center line. So let's include our center line of 15. Then I just add in the center line. Just add in the center line. Okay. With item number 3 as well, there is, can you see, like, remember when we did the boat, there was a part where we had to multiply by 0.1. If you look at the part of 50, so let me just take it here. This part, I'm referring to this part. So in order for us to get this, we just take the M20 and then we'll just multiply it by 0.1. Okay, we just multiplied by 0.1. So M20 multiplied by 0.1, that is a 2. So I get a 2 that side. I also get a 2 this side. But do not forget, at the end there's also a 2. Okay. Let me start at the end here. There's a 2 there. There's also a 2 this side. And then there's also a 2 that side. Okay. So now remember at the end here, to close it was a 45. There's a 45. Right, now what we need to do, are we done? Yes, it looks like we are done with item number 3. So now I'm just putting everything together and then I'm going to finish it off soon. So item 1 done, item 4 done, item 3 done. Now let's add item number. Let's look at item number 5. Look at item number 5 there. Item number 5 there is a 6, right? So that means in the center here, if you look at it, in the center here, that's where the item 6 is. I mean item number 5 is. So it's a diameter of 6. That means it's 3 on each side. Okay, so the height of it is a 40. So we go to the center line, 20, 20. So it's right there, 20 and 20. So construction line there, construction line there, and okay. Right, I think we have done that part. Right, now let us add. Now let us add item number 2. Look at item number 2. Item number 2 is somewhere there as well. Starts from here. How do I know that? It tells us where the 40 is. Where the 40 is. And can you see there's a gap of 15, 15? It's exactly where, if you look at this part right here. See this part right here? It is this part. It is this part. So this item number 2 is going to fit in there. That's why I'm starting right here. Okay. So 15, 15. Height of 40. Okay. All the way till here. Till there. Okay. Till there. And then we have that long one. So we're going to have, we have this long line that we're going to add. Okay. How big is it? It says 100. How do I know? So because they don't show us from there to there, that means I'm going to take it from there. So that 100. Okay. So if it's 100, where's my center line? I'm going to say a 50 and a 50. Okay. What is the thickness? It talks about 30. So from there to there, it is a 30. So now let's get the center of a 30, which is a 15. And then center. Okay. And then it also talks about 20 in the middle. Okay. Take it up. And also take it up. Right. Okay. It's a bit smaller this side, so let me just make it bigger. Accuracy. So accuracy. So that's why I prefer doing construction lines, so that you can erase at any time. Okay. Now they talk about a radius of 13. That means we're going to get a diameter of 26. Diameter of 26. So it's 26. Here it is, 26. So all you need to do is just to make sure that they touch. So can you see? They touch. Where they touch, you do that, and then you apply the set principle at the end here. Is it a 26 right here? See, from here to here, like a lot of like sort of like a quarter. just to get the tangent. Just see. Okay, right there. That's basically how we got it. Okay, now what we have to do, we need to add the washer, right? Washer is item number 6. It's item number 6. And we know that the washer usually comes before the nut. Why is it there? Because it prevents the nut from vibrating. So if you look at the drawing right here, it tells you that it's a 2 millimeters, right? It's a 2 millimeter, and we only focus on the front view. So the height, it looks like it's a 40. So this, my center line always guides me for everything. So if this was a 40, so somewhere there, and then somewhere there. Okay, so it was already in existence. All I needed to do was just to extend the line, and then I measure literally 2 mil. Literally 2 mil, that's what I do. And oopsie. Okay, that is my washer right there. It's my washer right there. And then now what we have to do is we are left with item number 7. Now item number 7, it is your nut. Item number 7, it is your nut. And then they are saying that it is about M20. So M20, what I need to do is on the side here, I'm going to draw a nut. Why am I drawing a nut? It's going to assist me. The nut is going to assist me with the, what is this? With the sides. So if I have it as an M20, I usually use the M20 as a radius. And then I'm going to draw a circle. So I'm going to measure from here to there. I know that is a 20. So let's check if it's a 20. Yes, it's a 20. So I'm going to draw a circle. To draw a circle. Okay. So I'm going to draw a circle, and then using the same radius, I'm going to arc. Remember I taught you guys how to draw hexagon back and N1. Then all I'm going to do, I'm going to use a 60-degree set square. Okay, you'll see they're going to join each other. See this? But actually, I'm going to join these two together. Then I'm going to join these two together. And I'm going to join this to the center. And I'm going to join that to the center. Okay, so I'm literally just joining these. I'm joining these, right? So it makes my life easier. Remember, this was a 20. So I'm just going to take it out. Now, where these two meet, that's where I'm going to get my division. Where these two meet, that's where I'm going to get my division. And then right there is my, okay, I just missed it here. My washer and my, it's supposed to be the same. Okay, right. So they told us that the height is 16. So we're going to measure 16 from here. So 16, it's there. So I know that from this, I've got this part right there. From this, I got this part right here. Then I'm going to take the 60 degrees. Then I'm going to the end here. And then I'm just looking for center line there. And to apply the same this side. Then I'm just going to swap them. This corner right here. And then that corner right here. I'm done with these ones. And then the same thing I'm going to do with the big one. With the big one. Right? Then I use my compass to close it. Make sure that it touches the end. Okay. There. Then I come here. Make sure it touches the end. Oopsie. Make sure that it's firm. Okay. Then I come where they meet here. I make sure that this end right there and that end right there, they meet. Yeah. They meet. And there. They met. And all I have to do is just to join them. Just to show that that is my nut. Show that that is my nut. Okay, are we done with my nut? No. Remember, there's a bolt inside. So remember that bolt, we close it with a 45. We had already closed it. So let me just darken it. So you can erase this part just for neatness. Okay, so there's my bolt and then there's my nut inside. Right, so now let's just close everything right now. So we have this particular part all the way to there, and also this part right here, the 40 all the way. Okay, so let's darken actually the answers, like the item. Can I do is item number 2? Darken item number 2, but all I'm doing is just the outside because I'm not sure where I'm going to be sectioning. Okay, so I just darken everything. Okay. All right. And okay, I forgot to darken here. So if you look at it, there is, okay, let me darken item number 4. So it was the dotted lines, but I'm just going to make them. So item number 4, it's inside item number 3. Item number 2 here, okay, I have a washer there. Item number, is it 7? Okay, and then there is this one. Okay, so I think I'm done right here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start sectioning. Why? Because the question said, section the front view fully. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Let us section. Okay, let us section. You know, when we section, we usually section with a 45. Don't make that mistake and section with a 30 or a 60. We section with a 45. Now, what is important is we're going to section by, if you look at the groups. So we're going to start off with item number 1. Okay, so I'm going to section item by item to show you that item number 1 is then joined with this item, and so forth and so forth. So we know that usually the division is about 5 mil. You don't have to do as I'm doing, as long as they are more or less the same. As long as they are more or less the same, you don't have to do it. Whatever that works for you. Okay, whatever that works for you. So we use a 45 degree set square. and then we section. Okay. We section item. I start off with item number 1. Remember, item number 1 is this one, and that one. Okay. So I'm sectioning item number 1. Remember, hatching, as long as they are more or less the same, it's all that matters. Nobody can get it absolutely correct. So for me, this is faster, but whatever that works for you. Whatever that works for you. Okay, so that works for you. I'll be done now. Look, this is for like 28 marks. So, with 28 marks, already you have like 28% of your exam mark. Okay, I must not forget this one's here at the top because it's still the same item. Okay. Like I said, you don't have to. I just use a separation of 5 more for hatching. Okay. Right. So item number 1 is done. Right. Now, we know that inside here was item number 4. Item number 4. It needs to show that it's not the same thing, item number 4. So we're going to change direction. So I'm going to change direction. Changing direction. So changing direction. Remember the rules of sectioning. With sectioning, we do not section shafts. We do not section pins. We do not section nuts. We don't section holes. We don't section wedges. So those are the rules, right? Then let's look at item number 2. Let's close off item number 2. With item number 2, remember this, we do not section as well. Item number 2, it can go a different direction to this one. Okay. So also let me measure my 5s because it works for me. It works for me. Remember 45, ne? Do not forget 45. Okay, but it's the same thing, so it goes all the way. Oopsie. Goes all the way. This is just hatching. Okay. Okay, let me pause. Then let me darken the one inside. So I'm going to darken the one inside because it's not part of item number 2. Oopsie, it's not supposed to actually go in the center here, but I'll erase it. Okay, and then what else? Also, here's the washer, is not supposed to. Okay. Right. And then this part right here, that's where item number 2 actually starts. Don't forget this part right here. Remember when we were practicing how to do the boot, right? This was actually included. Right, so let's continue with our hatching. Right. And I think we're done there. We are done there. So this is all 28 marks. But let's not forget that they also ask us to draw a tightening scale. So anyway, there's a tightening scale below the drawing. Remember the title is measured 7 mil. The spacing in between 2.5 to 3. And then the scale is 3.5. Right? Those are the rules that I've taught you all the way from N1, including N2. So what is the name of this? This is the pulley assembly. This is the pulley, double L, yeah. Pulley. Remember, all printing is done in capital letters. Okay, and then remember the scale is 1:1. And that is basically it. And this is how your drawing should look like. And I hope you guys understood.